Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video. Make sure you guys hit that like button and also hit that bell if you haven't subscribed already. That way you don't miss a video, man. I greatly appreciate you. Today I want to speak on why you are awake and others are still asleep. We're going to talk about it. And before I start this video, I want to put this disclaimer out there. I don't want you guys to think that you're above or superior to anyone else because you have a certain amount of knowledge, you're awake, and others are asleep. All right, that doesn't make us better than anyone. And there is such thing as a spiritual ego. And we don't want to allow our ego to take over because now you're going backwards on your journey. So make sure that you understand you being awake and others still being asleep does not make you superior. It just means that your alarm clock went off before theirs. You know, just like in real life, everybody doesn't wake up at the same time. Some people might wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Some people at 7, some people at 10. And sometimes it depends on what you do for a living. Some people might work night shifts, so they have a different sleep schedule. They wake up at a different time. You might go to work at 10, you know, who knows? I say that to say this. We all have a purpose in this life. So you wake up at a certain time so that you can fulfill your purpose in this current timeline. There might be others out there who it's not their time to wake up yet because they haven't made it to that timeline where they need to be woke and fulfill their purpose. Just like a job. It's not time for me to go to work yet, so I don't need to be up right now. You feel me? I hope you guys understand that. I want you to know that you are awake right now to help raise the vibration. When you came down here and signed your soul contract, you already put in place when your alarm clock would go off. This is why, you know, we all been through something that made us wake up. It was like a jump start to our soul. And it got us on our purpose. It got us on spiritual enlightenment, spiritual growth. You feel me? You got to let those who are still asleep go through their life experience. Go through that one moment or those moments or those experiences that's going to jumpstart their soul as well. All you can do is spread your light. All you can do is focus on your soul purpose. You have to allow others to wake up on their own, right? Only thing you can do is do your part, which is focus on your mission. So that's one reason why you are awake and some are still asleep. But another reason might be because there's certain things that you gravitate towards that helped you wake up. You receive light codes from these things. Maybe you like watching anime. You might like watching sci-fi. You like doing things that's outside the norm. And you were probably called weird growing up all your life. Oh, you weird. You like playing RPG games. You like watching anime and all this space type stuff. You were ostracized for that growing up, but it was for a reason because you understand it's not just entertaining, but those things had light codes in them that helped spark your awakening. And when you came down here, you set those markers in place to wake you up. See, a lot of folks are still asleep because they still do the same thing that everyone else is doing. They follow the pack. They follow the masses. A lot of people get caught in the distractions that's set for us. There's traps out here. You know, a lot of people are still a part of groups and still need to be validated by other people to feel good about themselves. They fall for the traps and the distractions. In order for you to gain spiritual enlightenment and to wake up, you have to expand your mind. And a lot of people don't do that. Some people are comfortable doing the same thing every single day. They like to live in the small comforts of what they know. And they don't branch out. They don't go outside the box on anything in life. If it ain't the norm, if everybody ain't doing it, I'm not doing it. I'm not even thinking about it. But you can't live like that. A wise man listens and learns. If they don't understand something, you study it until you understand it. That's what being smart, that's what intelligence is. But a fool thinks they know everything. That's in the Bible. So a lot of people don't wake up because they move like that. I'm sorry to say it. They don't want to learn anything else outside of what they know already. And that stunts your growth. So you're awake now because you were always different. Even though you wasn't at the level that you're at now, even as a child, you was always different. You was always your own person. You know, me, for example, I used to love going out into the woods by myself. And I just felt at peace when I was in there. Like climbing trees. You know what I'm saying? I had time to think to myself. And at that young age, I was just being myself. But now I know me going into the woods, it was healing me. You know, climbing trees was healing me. Any negativity, anything that I was going through, me climbing trees, it was pulling that energy off of me. And then what it was doing, it was rejuvenating me with new, fresh energy. I was becoming balanced again. Right? And that's what I understand now. We all were doing things that was different from everybody else. And that's why, you know, you're a step ahead now. It's because you already doing it. You was already a step ahead since a youngin'. But that doesn't mean that we judge others. That doesn't mean that we look down on others. Okay? We all wake up at different times. You have to allow people to go through their journey in life so that they can wake up too. You know, you sitting there judging somebody else because they don't know what you know, and you don't understand that the Most High is taking them through a situation right now. They're learning, they're in training. Instead of you looking at that person, worry about your own journey and focus on gaining new heights within yourself, because we never stop learning. We never stop growing. When you do that, you become stagnant. If you look at water, stagnant water is dead water. And if you're trying to survive, if you're out in nature and you see stagnant water, you know not to drink it because it's poison. You got all type of bacteria and parasites in there, in that dead water, right? Flowing water, a river, a stream. You know that it's clean water because it's purifying itself, right? Running water is good water. It redefines itself. Energy isn't stagnant. Energy is constantly moving. So you being energy yourself, you have to constantly grow, constantly move and expand your mind. You got to be like water. Shout out to Bruce Lee. Be like flowing water. All right. We never stop. With all the wisdom that I've gained in my life so far, I'm still going through it. I'm still learning about myself. And that's how you want it to be. You want to be able to look back at your life 10 years ago and say, wow, I came a long way. I didn't know nothing then. I came a long way now. That progression should continue. If you can't look back at your life and say that you've grown, you need to switch it up. You need to change something, because what you're doing is you're staying stagnant. And stagnant energy is dead energy. One of the reasons why you're awake right now is because you're on the front line. A lot of us came back here on the front line to be the jump start, to be the catalyst for everybody else. Most people that's walking around that sleep, their light is dim. Your light is a little bit brighter. So when you get around people, you have high influence. They feel your energy. They feel your vibration. It's your job to spread good energy, good vibrations, and help those who are in need. Not to judge, not to sit on your high horse, but to help. We are all a part of the collective consciousness. So we need each other. We got to help each other. That's what we're here for. Right? You didn't get put in this plane with billions of people for no reason. If you were meant to be alone and just worry about yourself all the time, you would be in a plane by yourself. You would be in a reality by yourself, but you're not. The reason why you're awake and others are still asleep is for the reasons I just listed. Most people will never wake up in this lifetime. It just is what it is. They got to go through an experience before they even get to that level. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't force this information on anybody. You can't force someone to look within. All right? Because now you're interfering with their life process. And it's against universal law to strip someone of their free will. You can't do that. We all have free will of choice. You got to let people live their life. Some people you just can't help, man. You got to let them live. You ever see people that they only play, you know, if you're in the video games, they only play 2K and Madden and Call of Duty. That's all they play. They don't dive into any other genre, nothing. They get a new PS5, a new Xbox Series just to play the same 3 games. When you got all these games available, you got RPGs, you got, you know, puzzle games, you got RTS games, you know, all these different genres, and they play the same 3 games. And then when they see you playing something different, an RPG, they'll call you weird, right? Some people will never go outside of what they know. And that's what stunts your growth. You got to expand your mind. You got to do things that's different. That's the only way you're going to unlock new DNA inside of you. How can you grow if you never experience something new? Even us, we got to keep experiencing things new. Just because you know what you know now doesn't mean you know everything. You got to go into different topics that you never went into before. Read different type of books that you never read before. That way it's going to spark neurons in your mind. It's going to open up new pathways, right? New connections. And this is how you grow. This is how you have a new perception on life. So when it's all said and done, man, you got to see life for what it is. You're not going to wake up everybody, and everybody's not meant to wake up in this lifetime. Okay? Everybody's not going to make it. It is what it is. But you cannot enforce your rule, your opinions, your ideas on anyone. You got to let them learn for themselves, okay? So, guys, if you are awake, obviously you're watching this video, so that means you resonate with this. That means you're on a certain level. Don't get on a high horse. Help those in need. Let them come to you, though. Don't force it. Also, don't look down on others, okay? Because the Most High is looking at you like you're nowhere near where you need to be. You still got room to grow, right? When you look down on others, the Most High is looking down at you like, don't judge my children. Because just because you know this much don't mean you know everything. All right, focus on your work. Focus on yourself. Become a greater version of yourself. You feel me? That being said, guys, if you want to donate to the channel, I'll leave all my links in the description and in my pinned comments. If you need a consultation, man, I'll leave a link for that as well. Y'all have a beautiful day. Stay blessed, stay warm, and I'm out. Peace.